Not this one. Okay, cool. Floor Jansen sings Mama for Samantha Steenwijk. Beste Zangers 2019.
Jij woont in Zweden. Jij bent, denk ik, dat jij niet helemaal bekend bent met het hele genre, met het Nederlandstalige, want jij zit ook in een heel andere hoek.
Ja.
Vond jij het moeilijk om iets uit te zoeken voor Samantha?
Nee.
Nee?
Nee, heel grappig. Het liedje wat ik... alleen de titel al vond ik mooi. En toen ik het ging luisteren, dat was ook tevens het eerste wat ik van jou hoorde. Dat begint het couplet best wel rustig. En dan komt het refrein en dan trek jij jouw scheur open. En dan is het oké. Want ik had dus nog nooit iets van jou gehoord. Want in Zweden ben je ook niet op tv en zo.
Nee.
Dus ik had er weinig van meegekregen. Dus ik kon helemaal blanco in jouw muziek en in jouw stem en alles. En ik dacht, oké, nou dit is heel gaaf, ja. En het nummer heb ik, dat past bij mij in die zin, omdat ik ook een heel bijzondere band heb met mijn moeder.
Daar gaat er een belletje rinkelen.
Ja. En hij kwam ook meteen ook keihard binnen bij mij. Dus ik denk, nou, als ik iets ga doen, dan doe ik deze voor jou. Wow. En het is ook wel een beetje voor mijn moeder.
Ja, dat snap ik. Dat mag ook.
Ja.
Het is, weet je, ik vind altijd muziek moet je op je eigen manier voelen. En ik zing het voor mijn moeder in het liedje. Maar ja, ik bedoel, als jij draait, dan denk je aan je eigen moeder. Ja. Zo simpel is het.
Wat heb jij met je moeder?
Oh, heel veel. Ja, ik heb echt de liefste moeder van de hele wereld.
Ja. Nee, dat heb ik al, sorry.
Nee, mijn moeder die is iemand die zich altijd aan de kant schuift voor iedereen. Dat is gewoon af en toe dat ik gewoon het zielig vind. Dat ik denk, oh man, ga nou even lekker wat voor jezelf doen. Nee, ik moet even dat doen voor je zus en ik ga even dat doen voor je vader. En even lekker van de aardappeltjes schillen. En gewoon lekkere huismus.
Dus beeld het als een nice house.
Even kijken hoe jij dat gezongen hebt.
So Samantha sings mostly life songs, like songs that people can listen to and identify with. Makes sense. Like this, right? She has that nice quality in her voice that's like, it's kind of like a little swollen on the vocal folds, but it's just indication of the pressure that she's using. It's really nice to hear. It like brings the angst in the music out a little more. I love that.
Ja, zo. En nu snap ik wat je zegt met die scheuren, die gaat.
Oh, zo, oké.
Yeah, thank you for the 6 tier 1 subscriptions. Holy cracker jacks. Thanks. Yeah, thank you so much. And Tiffany Michael Photo, thank you for the subscription. Welcome. Yeah. So vocal disability, guys, is just a way of describing the texture in a voice that's not fully healthy. But this subject is really personal in this song. We'll go into it when we actually hear the real thing. But
het is aan jou. Ik ben zo benieuwd.
Oh, wauw.
Ik ga ook mijn jasje uitdoen.
En grappig
Take
genoeg,
it off.
had ik dit liedje maar wel verwacht.
Ja?
Ja.
Ja? Ik was best nerveus, omdat ik eigenlijk niet te veel na wil denken. Ik wil dat verhaal kunnen vertellen. Weet je, heet Mama, het gaat over moeders. Mijn moeder, ik zing het voor mijn moeder, ik zing het voor Samantha. Ik durfde bijna niet naar Samantha te kijken. Ik denk, als die ook maar een vermoeden van een traan in haar oog heeft, dan ga ik mee. Dat gaat nu even niet. Maar dus dan zit je eigen gevoel op de goede plek. En dan...
So if she sees her tearing up, it'll be harder to continue going. Singing while crying is hard. It's possible, but it's very difficult. Get your tissues ready, guys.
Dan zit het goed.
Mama, kan ik even met je praten? Want het leven zit me eventjes niet mee. Ik heb alles wat me lief is, maar ik voel geen liefde meer. Ik heb je nu echt nodig. Doet me te veel zeer. Mama, zeg me hoe ik leven moet. Zeg me dat jij dat doet. Ik ben het even zoek. Oh mama, waarom denk ik niet op jou? Het allersterkste voorbeeld van een moeder en een vrouw. Mama, waar ben ik mezelf verloren? Aan deze tafel heb je me alles toch geleerd. Ik kan niet eten, kan niet praten, kan niet dansen, kan niet slapen, kan niet lachen en niet laten.
Yo. I have so many chills right now. So, on a personal note, my mother is Dutch, and my mother's mother was Dutch, and my mom was an only child. I was very close with my grandmother, and so I was around for their relationship a lot because my mom, again, only child. My grandmother was around. My grandfather passed away when I was 2 years old, so I spent a lot of time with my Dutch grandmother, and she had the same accent that Floor has when she speaks. So this whole time ramping up to this, I'm just thinking about that. And musically, you know, it's like, it's so raw, man. It reminds me of her cover of Adagio, right? Where it's just really the sound. Is so personal and real, and each word has its own emotion to it. And it's this thing we talk about with Floor's singing where there's nothing in the way of that first breath she takes and the emotion she wants to convey. Wants to or just does naturally, whatever. You know, I can't say what she's thinking, who knows, but it's like the second you hear her sing something like this, it just hits you right in the gut. I love Fisherman's Friends, man. Strong stuff. It's like Fisherman's Friends, when I'm on a bad voice day, saves my life. Floor is unique in translating her technique into pure emotion. That's a true artist. That is exactly what a vocal artist is for. We hear a lot of singers here that are incredibly impressive technically and make you want to listen to them and do a really good job of doing music, but Capriani, you nailed it. Like, translating vocal technique into pure emotion, that is hard to do. It doesn't matter how famous you are. That is what real artistry is. I agree. That is the pursuit that most singers are constantly working their entire life to get to. And it's so ephemeral and difficult. Remove all ego and just be in the song. That is the goal, man. That is what we all try to strive to do. Yeah. You don't have to understand the lyrics, really. Words like mother and mama, like that translates a lot, and this song like this that's written so well is also is so telling. I want to start at the beginning. Let's just go through it again. Ortegar, thank you for the subscription. Welcome.
Mama, kan ik even met je praten? Want het leven zit me eventjes niet mee. Ik heb alles wat me lief is, maar ik voel geen liefde meer. Ik heb je nu echt nodig, doet me te veel zeer. Mama, zeg me hoe ik leven moet. Zeg me dat jij dat doet. Ik ben het even zoek. Oh mama, waarom denk ik niet op jou? Het allersterkste voorbeeld van een moeder en een vrouw. Mama, waar ben ik mezelf verloren? Aan deze tafel heb je me alles
Don't need to understand the words to understand the feelings in your soul. Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't even have to contain the best technique if you can really convey feeling. True. You don't need, vocal technique serves the art. It's not the other way around. If you're there to express and you can express, you don't need the technique. The technique is meant to be a tool to express. And this is an amazing example of it because you can talk about her technique all day. You can talk about how well she's supporting to reach those, really loud dynamic moments and push that voice into a little bit of distortion to make it work and whatever. Technique is a tool, never the goal. Capriani, big brain moments from Capriani. Yeah. Technique is a tool, never the goal. And this is a perfect example of that. The technique is the tool, but the only thing you walk away from this is like dewy eyes and like a swollen heart, right? Unless it's Rossini, then technique is the goal. You paying attention, don't you? I love that. You're so right. And for confidence, and when you and in moments when you lose control of your emotions, in moments when you start to cry or you start to get angry because of what you're singing about or something, your emotions start to take over. When you go a little too far in the expressive direction, technique reins you in a little bit. You become more conscious of what's happening. Yeah.
Kan niet slapen, kan niet lachen en niet laten. Om te verdrinken in mijn zeg me hoe ik leven moet. Zeg me dan hoe jij dat doet. Ik ben het even zoet. Waarom denk ik niet op jou? Het allerslechtste voorbeeld van een moeder en een vrouw. Zeg me hoe ik leven moet. Zeg me dan hoe jij dat doet. Ik ben het even zoet. Waarom lijk ik niet op jou? Het allersterkste voorbeeld van een moeder en een vrouw.
Holy shit.
Holy shit is right. Oh my god. You know when like your jaw starts to shake a little bit because you're feeling the feels? Oh my gosh. Cap, you got to remember that you're making music to impress the people, not the musicians and singers. I disagree. See, I think that mindset is what gets you into a trap. You're not making music to impress anyone. You're making music to express the text of a song or the purpose of the music, the story behind the music, whether that's a narrative story or a pure emotional moment in the story or whatever. I think Bocelli is a little fetishized for what he is as an entity. I think they exploit him a little bit for who he is as a person, but his singing is very beautiful. I listen to a lot of his stuff. It's sort of a meme in the opera community that people say Bocelli is their favorite opera singer because he's not an opera singer. I don't think it's worth trashing him though, right? Yeah, he does expose people to the repertoire, which I appreciate a lot. Hi, Shore. Good to see you. Really good to see you. Let's finish this one out. Oh my god. Sorry, guys.
Bijna niks zeggen gewoon.
Sorry, I had to turn the volume up when it was starting because the recording of the thing was a lot softer. Let me get rid of that adjustment. Sorry, that crushed me too. Sorry, guys. Welcome. Good morning. I'm sorry. I should put a filter on that, or a limiter on that.
Ik kan gewoon bijna niks zeggen.
That's also the video, though. It just kind of throws it at you.
Dankjewel.
Dankjewel.
Floor, oh mijn god, wat stem. Niet normaal, wat strot heeft zij.
Om een bak geweld en ik te buiten. Nederlandstalig ook, maar zo goed. Weet je, ik weet...
A whole bowl of violence came out. Dutch singing. Dude, I will take that to heart. Hey guys, we hit our goal! Thank you. Thank you for helping us hit our monthly goal. We should figure out a thing to do every time we hit our monthly goal. Whatever that may be. But yeah, good morning, and I hope that woke you up from your sorrow. Your not sorrow. It's a touching song, guys. It's all about, you know, I couldn't understand what it's like to be a mother. I've never thought about what it's like to be a mother. But that song really just makes you feel that intergenerational gap, right? You don't, when you're, I feel like a parent's job is to protect their kids from the reality of the struggles of life, at least for a little while, right? And I think that's true. I think that's one way of approaching parenting. And this song represents so well the emotional struggle that you go through when you start to understand what it was like for your parents. This is like the first moment when you start thinking of your parents as real people. And sometimes we never get to that point. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It's really difficult. Protect yet prepare. And it's a difficult thing to do. No one does it perfectly, right? Yeah, Raven, no, exactly. So, but that's the struggle. You can't throw the kids into the deep end without understanding it, right? And one day, you as a child, if you had a traditional upbringing, or your children one day will have that moment where they realize how much you really did for them as a parent. Or at least for me, it's like realizing how much my parents did for me that I didn't realize growing up. And this song is like the perfect artifact of that first moment when you realize that your parents weren't as strong as you thought they were. Or realizing that your parents are just people or something. Everyone goes through something different in this capacity. Cosmic, if anything, it lets you appreciate your parents. And if you have had a rough childhood where the song doesn't touch you as much, it's still a raw emotional performance that literally is just a thank you letter to your parents. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's something to appreciate for everybody in this song because all of the lyrics and the vocalisms are really multidimensional and can be interpreted in so many different ways. I don't talk about this enough, actually. The crux of the content we do here is language, right? Language is the point. I use my experience in singing, my knowledge about the voice, to convert something that's happening here into language that's more digestible, to understand the concepts, in hopes of supplementing and enhancing your listening experience to singers. The problem with that is that really good artistic performances and true artistic performances are so multidimensional that no amount of language can give it true justice. That's what takes us back to listening to it more. That's what takes us back to listening to things over and over and over again and feeling and hearing different things every time, right? That's what good music is. Music expresses where language cannot. And this is just a fantastic example of that. It makes you can feel so many different things. Doesn't matter your upbringing, doesn't matter your history. You can feel something in this song. It's just such a lovely, lovely gift.
Dat die vrouw mega goed kan zingen, maar dan gaat ze daar staan met jouw liedje. Ja, die komt wel even binnen. Bij het tweede couplet. Ineens.
Ja, een beetje. Ja,
Oh, die emotie, joh.
Ja.
Niet normaal. Wow. Toen soort van die rocktune eronder kwam, ik werd echt weggeblazen daar. Het was magisch.
Ze heeft ook zo'n goede techniek gewoon. Ik zat echt zeg maar zo van... holy shit.
Ja, maar Floor, maar je houdt het heel
Emma.
klein en dan ineens...
Ja,
en je zit zelf, twee keer ging ik zo mee, ga je mee omhoog van... Ja, maar je haalt het gewoon, dus het was helemaal niet... Dan zit je echt zo met
een beetje aan.
Ik krijg hier echt...
Ja. That moment when she was sliding up and carried through the phrase. Let's go back and find it. That was, I mean, technically the most impressive moment of this whole thing. Let's find it. Oy, this volume. It's at the end of this verse. Or in the next chorus, rather.
Aan deze tafel heb je me alles toch geleerd. Kan niet eten, kan niet praten, kan niet dansen, kan niet slapen, kan niet lachen, niet laten.
Lachen. It's crazy how a word like lachen, which means laugh, can be so like angry and painful. That's beautiful artistic contrast, what she does right there. That one moment right there. Oh, God, it's so gritty. I just wanted to relive it one more time, guys, before we moved on to other stuff. One more? You guys want one more? Yeah, cool. One more time, right? Oh, yeah. I know, Jib, yeah. I have it up here right now. So that's the best part of that whole song for my taste, I think. Yeah, guys. There's so much in there. There's so much in there. We've sat on it for a while. We've watched it before, and it's gorgeous every time, and it's so many reasons to love it. So many reasons to love it. Wow. Is there anything similar though in this genre that's not, you know, like you're calling this Dutch music, but like, is it just the language, or is it, you know, is there a particular style behind it? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Anyway, you hope Simon Cowell doesn't know about this show. He'll just copy it and ruin it. I hope he's done soon. He's done a good job for himself. He's had a good career. Yeah, the style. Levenslied? I'm curious now. I want to hear more about it. It's, yeah, because it is a unique type of sound. Ooh, more Annika coming up. This is a life song. So that was a real term when you introduced it. Like typical Amsterdam life song. I like that. I want to hear more of that. Levenslied. Levenslied. Yeah. My mom would love that too. It's the emotionality of it. That's the typical Dutch folk music. I need to go discover my roots a little bit more with that.